quotations.
Whatever they say.
Here, yeah, now, yeah, you do have questions.
So
She has
so
I have
here's
too
how.
many.
You're probably the only one who doesn't.
Yeah, guys, here's how I'm going to explain it.
I have too many.
Eli had a clinical at Prime where he was taught a certain way by Kevin. Derek had a clinical at FOI with Brett. He was taught a certain way. You know, you're going to have different clinical instructors teach you how to do soap notes in different ways. That's one thing. Number two, you're going to have software programs, and the computer programs are going to populate certain phrases. It's going to be point and click for the objective, so you might not have to write out the actual O. So, but it really doesn't matter. What matters is that you know the content that needs to go into each section. That's what I care about. All right. So that's what I really want you guys to feel comfortable with. Now, with the parentheses. If my patient is telling me I feel pain in my left knee. Now, if I just say okay, thanks, and I write that out, and I write that for S, I'm going to put patient reports pain in left knee. Now you're going to come into the next treatment. You're going to read that I wrote patient report pain in left knee. What kind of questions are you going to have about that? What part of the knee? You're going to ask a question about how much. So my next question to the patient is, well, give me a range between 0 to 10. What's your number? 6. Now, if the patient tells me 6 out of 10, I'm going to put parentheses on that 6 out of 10. I'm just going to put that. Now, if you don't put it and you put patient report 6 out of 10 pain, most reviewers, and I'm going to default to Dr. King as being the authority, but I think most reviewers would say it's implied that the patient stated that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so whether you put parentheses, now Walsh may teach you a different way, and that's the way that she has learned, and that's the way that she may do it, but it's not across the board.
Yeah, you could do, under this part here, you could do complaints of, reports, states, parentheses here, or you can just put the state. All of these are going to imply the exact same thing. This is what that patient said. Any of those. And then you would, like Dr. Tino said, you would say, patient, I usually do CO. Complained of pain, 5 out of 10, medial aspect of knee, increase with weight bearing and going up and down stairs. Whatever, I would write that out. And Dr. Tino comes in, reads that note, he knows exactly what that patient said, and where it was, and when it hurt, and what made it better, what made it worse.
Eli, tell Laura what you put for this first note for the subjective. Tell her what to write that you wrote.
I put patient states, and then in quotation marks, no increased pain symptoms, and using a 0 to 10 pain chart, patient states she has a 2. So I didn't increase, but she still has a 2. It didn't increase. The symptoms did not go up at all.
Okay, patient states no increased pain symptoms.
Yeah, but
and
then that she has a 2 still.
And then blood reports 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was on the 0 to 10 scale. I have that.
Did you put 0 to 10 or no?
Yeah. I said patient states no increased pain symptoms, and using a 0 to 10 pain chart, patient states she has a 2.
Now, if you use quotation marks, listen up. If you use quotation marks, that means you are quoting that patient verbatim. So unless she said no increased pain symptoms.
Yeah. That's what she told me.
I wrote it down.
How many drinks did she have before she died?
Painkillers.
Okay, as long as she said it exactly like that. And the reason that's important is that you have a deposition and they call you.
It's a legal document.
Yeah.
It's a legal document. Yeah. Okay, good. Okay. All right, so two other. Very good. Okay, so that's it. That's what you have?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, guys, Derek, what else would you want to know on that patient? What else would you want to know for subjective?
Their pain has changed from last time, where the pain might be.
So where? So when he reads this note, next visit, he might say, well, Eli wrote, patient has, no increased pain and symptoms, no increased pain symptoms. 2 out of 10 on a pain scale, where is the pain? Is what anatomical region is the pain?
It was based off the left subcapital hip fracture surgery she had.
Okay,
If she
go
gets
ahead.
pain,
And I had that.
But this is
like-
important, guys. I'm talking about this because it's
No, no,
very,
no.
very important. I'm going to tell you why it's important in a minute.
To me, I think it'd be easier just not to put quotations at all, and just summarize it. Ask them all the questions in the patient states and summarize it, so you don't have to worry about any of the quotations. Just kind of ask the questions you feel are relevant.
You could be safe. I paraphrase it. That's fine too.
I guess I see where you're going, because it could be not overall in one complete area. It could be in a small portion of that area. She might have had like some infection that happened, or
Where
Yeah,
might
but-
a hip patient have pain?
pain down the entire.
Where?
Where in the
hip?
hip? So just give me a location. Just give me a location.
It's in here usually.
The
Yeah.
joint would be on the side.
Okay, so Tracy says,
The patient would stay on the side.
patient, okay,
Lateral
patient,
aspect of hip.
patient reports pain in lateral aspects of it. Is it left hip?
And if you don't put it in quotes, you can say lateral aspect of hip.
You don't need
Instead
to,
of
yeah.
saying the outside, because it does,
Now, here's why it's
outside
important,
of the
I'll tell you
skin
that.
or, you know, so.
Patient reports pain in lateral aspects of left hip. All right, so now, what does this tell you? Think about tested measures, think about kinesiology, Therex. What might you be thinking if a patient says pain in the lateral aspect of the left hip? You want to know maybe the prior therapist worked the patient a little bit too aggressively. Now they have a little bit of an acute trochanteric bursitis. Is it muscle weakness or fatigue of the glute? What is it? You don't know at this point, but a location will help you rule out a couple of different things so you can modify your treatment for that day. So the location is very important, in my opinion, very important. What else? What else do you guys have? Someone else have something else for? What's that?
What are you doing when it happens?
Right.
When does it hurt the worst? What do you
Okay,
do?
but yeah.
What motions are you doing?
What makes it better, what makes it worse,
better,
right?
what makes it worse?
So yeah, so basically, if you're the therapist and you're asking them questions, what makes it better? You don't need to say necessarily when therapist asks what makes it better, patient reports this. You can just simply say reports better doing, sitting down or walking, whatever. Okay, going. Any other points that you guys would put in subjective?
Like she wants to be more independent, she wants to cook again by herself.
Okay, so patient asking questions regarding independence, or you can paraphrase any way you want.